Warning, this video is 6-7 minutes long. I am Matthew Troy Quinto from BSES 4A, and this digital portfolio for GEE12-B, Philippine Indigenous community highlights the Ita people, one of the earliest and most resilient indigenous groups in the Philippines. This portfolio explores their history, culture, social life, spirituality, and present-day challenges, emphasizing their deep connection to nature and their vital role in preserving traditional knowledge and environmental sustainability. Ita or Ata are indigenous people who live in the mountains of Luzon, particularly in the provinces of Zambales, Bataan, Tarlac, Pampanga, and Nueva Ecija. They are also considered among the earliest inhabitants of the Philippine archipelago, with ancestry tracing back tens of thousands of years. The Ita live mainly in central Luzon, especially in mountainous and forested areas. Moving to the history of the Ita people, they lived in the archipelago long before the arrival of Austronesian-speaking settlers, developing livelihoods centered on forests, mountains, rivers, and coastal environments. Historically, they maintained independence through mobility rather than warfare, moving deeper into forests as lowland areas were colonized. Spanish and American colonial periods intensified their displacement, while post-colonial development projects further reduced their ancestral lands. Despite these pressures, the Ita and Ata continue to assert their identity as the country's first peoples, preserving distinct traditions and historical memory. Next is their social structure. Ita and Ata societies are traditionally small, flexible, and egalitarian, organized around kinship and extended family groups. Communities are typically composed of a few related families who live and move together depending on seasonal resources. Leadership is informal and based on personal qualities such as wisdom, hunting skill, and fairness rather than inheritance or wealth. Social relationships emphasize cooperation, mutual aid, and sharing, which help ensure group survival in uncertain environments. Gender roles are relatively balanced, with both men and women contributing to decision-making and subsistence activities. Social harmony is highly valued, and open conflict is usually avoided through discussion and mediation. We're discussing now their political system. Traditionally, the Ita and Ata did not form centralized political systems such as kingdoms or chiefdoms. Governance was guided by customary law, community consensus, and the advice of elders. Decisions affecting the group such as movement, resource use, or conflict resolution were discussed collectively. In modern times, Ita and Ata communities are governed by Philippine local government units and are legally recognized as indigenous peoples. On the economic side, the traditional economy of the Ita and Ata is based on hunting, fishing, gathering, and seasonal mobility, allowing them to live sustainably within their environments. They possess deep ecological knowledge, enabling them to identify edible plants, track animals, and manage natural resources without overexploitation. They engage in barter trade with neighboring farming communities, exchanging forest or marine products for rice, tools, and other necessities. Today, many have shifted toward mixed livelihoods that include small-scale farming, wage labor, handicraft production, and occasional government assistance. The Ita and Ata culture is deeply shaped by their close relationship with nature and mobility. Their traditions emphasize adaptability, simplicity, and respect for the environment. Oral traditions such as myths, folktales, songs, and chants serve as the primary means of passing down history, values, and ecological knowledge. Material culture is generally minimal, reflecting their need to move easily across landscapes. Languages spoken by Ita and Ata groups are distinct and diverse, often combined with lowland languages due to long-term interaction. Now we're rolling rare. The spiritual beliefs of the Ita and Ata are largely animistic, based on the understanding that nature is inhabited by powerful spirits. Mountains, rivers, forests, animals, and even weather events are believed to possess spiritual significance. Maintaining harmony with these spirits is essential for health, safety, and success in hunting or fishing. Rituals and ceremonies are performed to heal the sick, ensure good fortune, or appease offended spirits, often led by elders or ritual specialists. I to the double S to the U to the E. Moving on to the last topic, their issues and challenges. Today, the ETA and ETA face numerous interconnected challenges, including land dispossession, extreme poverty, discrimination, and cultural erosion. Large-scale development projects, logging, mining, and conservation initiatives have often been implemented without their consent, further reducing access to ancestral lands. Social stigma and limited educational opportunities contribute to ongoing marginalization. Climate change and environmental degradation directly threaten their subsistence-based lifestyles. To top everything off, here's my 50 cents regarding my digital portfolio.